If you don't got Coach Bergen, you ain't got shit.
All right. What's up, Coach Bergen here, and welcome to the Coach Bergen Show.
Hey, one thing, I ain't motherfucking washed up.
Abso-freaking-lutely, dude.
What's up, Coach Bergen here, and welcome to the Coach Bergen Show. Our guest today, and I might be pronouncing this wrong, but I'm going to have him pronounce it as well, Ryad Hilali. And he recently came off of a victory with a rear naked choke win. I could probably reword that, probably redo that a little bit. All right. And it says you joined. And there we go. We got it. How you doing?
Hey, man.
How are you?
Very good, man. How are you? Thank you for the invitation.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad to have you. So I'm gonna try to pronounce your name, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Ryad Hilali?
Ryad
Hilali.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the last name right though?
Yes.
Okay, Ryad Hilali.
Yes.
All right, awesome. So, how long have you been a fighter for?
I started training at age 17 around, so almost I'm almost at the 9-year mark, I think. Almost at the 9-year mark as
Okay.
of August, yeah.
All right, and then so that was your second professional fight that you just had recently.
Correct.
And you ended up winning with a rear naked choke.
Yes,
How
sir.
did that feel to get that victory?
It felt good, man. I think the reason why I felt good was because I made my pro debut a year before to the date, and they didn't really go my way. And it forced me to make a lot of changes, not only in my fighting life, but in my personal life, and especially mentally as well. I had to make a lot of changes, and as I'm sure you know, a lot of the changes, a lot of the things you have around you is what you identify yourself as psychologically as well. And so that was what the year off was also for. Not only just changing the methods in which I train and the coaches and everything else, it was also to really solidify the identity I had mentally. And I think that's what made the biggest difference. And I can
I
see it.
like that. Yeah, how we see ourselves is what, is really important, but also who we surround ourselves with, because we're going to be the average of the people we surround ourselves with.
Exactly.
So, all right, so you changed up the environment. What is there any other? All right, All right, let's do this. Let's hit. All right, compared to your first fight, is there anything that you did significantly differently, besides the environment change, of your first fight to your second fight? What was the biggest thing you did differently?
I think the biggest thing, the greatest separator was just the habits outside of training. So to me, it was really, I wasn't too big. I was always big on recovery, but I didn't understand there was levels to it. And I was also big on the mind, the power of the mind. So I really took journaling seriously. I started a YouTube channel not only as advertisement for the fight, but sort of as a tool for accountability. I think that
I
was
like.
big. Yeah, I think that was big. And I think the reason why it was important for me was because journaling allowed me to be able to operate from a place of gratitude.
Yeah,
Really was able to help my confidence as the fight camp progressed. And so I find like the difference between that and all the other camps is for this one, I was able to operate from a place of gratitude, which was the complete opposite from operating from a place of fear and anxiety. And that only fed my confidence as I kept the training going with this training camp essentially.
okay. So like 8 different things you said, popped into my mind, made me think that you would literally be the perfect face of the app that I created called Fight Plan Pro, because it is all about mostly the mental framework, the fucking, the mental stuff, the deprogramming your beliefs that are limiting you, and accountability, and like gratitude, and like just all these different things you were just saying. I was like, bro, it's almost like he's been using my app for the last year and like didn't tell anybody,
That's crazy.
I've never even told you about it yet.
Yeah,
Um,
that's insane.
So anyway, I'm gonna set you up with a free trial to that. All right, it's called Fight Plan Pro, and it is like doing a lot of what you just described, except I think maybe in a more simplified way. I don't know how you're doing it exactly, but it's all like in one app. So I'm
Awesome.
designing it to make it like an all-in-one resource for fighters to help them
Get an
get
unfair advantage.
you mentioned recovery. I very recently found met a recovery specialist who's going to be involved with the app as well to be able to help you guys in the ways that the AI cannot.
That's amazing.
So that's like, yeah, I definitely got to get you on that and trying it out.
100%.
And
Yeah, let's keep in touch afterwards and see what we could do. I'd be
absolutely,
very interested.
absolutely. All right, so let's get back to your fight though. What how did the very first fight, how did that go? I know you said it didn't necessarily go well, but what happened in it, and what do you feel wasn't there for you to be able to like be at your fullest performance?
I lost that fight by submission in the first round. I think it's obvious to say that compared to my opponent back then, the level was just not there. But I think what contributed to that as well was just the lack of level in the training room I was at back then as well. I think that was key. And I think that that must have affected the mind in a weird way because when you're one of the best in the room, then like you said, you're going to perform at the average of what you usually are in your training camp. And I lacked the high level bodies in the grappling department, and I think that trickled down to it created some sort of, let's say, fake confidence, if we want, a little bit.
Yep.
If I'm only encountering a certain level of grappling, and my opponent is at another completely different level of grappling, I don't even know what I don't have in the training room. So let alone what I'm going to face in the cage. And I think what that did, thankfully, is after that loss, it kind of broke some sort of ego mentally. And so that I'm grateful that happened because not only did it force me to change the environment, which helped change uh, the mindset overall, but it also forced me to understand that when I enter the cage, I can't be the regular Ryad. It really forced me to have to create an alter ego. A Ryad is going to go in there and take every chance he could get. Any opening that opens, any opening that presents itself, I'm going to take it with full assertiveness and just leave no room for mistake for my opponent either. And it forced me to create a certain alter ego that was, willing to dominate every step of the way. And I really needed that 1 year to be able to program that sort of character and be able to display it on stage a whole year later.
I love that. I love that. That's okay. So do you feel like you shift into that alter ego when you step into the cage?
I have to.
You have to. You
I
have
have
to.
to. It almost feels like there's obviously a lot of pressure ahead of a fight, and I think it really helped to build that alter ego because now when I start feeling like the nerves and the pressure come in, the alter ego smoothly takes over. Because he's the one that's able to take those high level, those high stakes moments, you know, the
The
ability to
pressure.
take risk in the high risk
Yep.
moments. That's the alter ego that could do it. I'm actually a
Right.
very nice, respectful person
Yeah.
in day-to-day life, you know. So if I bring those attributes to the cage, I'm just gonna get eaten alive. It doesn't matter the skills I have. So
Right.
I really needed to build a more assertive, cold, ruthless, psychopathic Ryad to be able to take over these moments, you know.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. To be able to separate from yourself to be
Yeah,
the person that you need to be in that moment to do what you need to do.
100%.
Awesome. All right. So, do you have another fight lined up yet, or is it still too early for that?
We're looking to come back right after the summer if there's something that lines up. That's what we're aiming to do. So right at the end of one of the last punches I landed in the fight, I
Oh
actually broke
yeah.
my hand. Yeah,
What? Yeah. How? So, all right. You hit him and it broke your hand, but you still
yeah,
finished the fight, obviously.
yeah.
Um, So when did you realize your hand was broken?
in that moment.
In that moment at the very end, or after you hit
The
it?
mo the
After you
mo the
broke it?
punch I landed that broke my hand, I realized it was broken. It
Okay.
didn't hurt. I didn't hurt in the moment, but I felt like that part of the hand is not supposed to bend,
Right.
and it just
Yeah.
bent,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it bent. So I was like, okay,
And it
that's
bent.
broken. But
Okay.
yeah, I was still able. It didn't hurt, so I was able to still use it a little bit to finish the fight off. And I saw I had hurt him, so obviously that kind of helped. That kind of boosted my energy in the moment a little bit, and
Yep.
I was able to do what I have to do to get the finish. But I didn't expect it to be that bad. But I got it
Okay.
checked right after the fight. Obviously, the system in the hospitals in Canada is not the best, so I had to spend like 12 hours in the hospitals. But turns out it wasn't that bad of a break. It was a small fracture. I should be back. I'll keep showing up to the gym to at least learn a little bit, keep my mind in the game. But it should be all healed and good to go in 6 weeks. So if we could come back around September, October time, that'd be ideal for me.
Awesome. So I saw at one point when you had his back, you were throwing elbows at his head to try to get him to like open up.
Yeah.
And now I'm realizing because your hand is broken, were you throwing the elbows because your hand was broken, or was that the opposite side?
No, I was that side, and no,
Okay.
I was actually first thinking to hit him with the hand, even though it was broken, but his head was too close. So with that much distance, my hand wouldn't have done the job.
Got it.
So then,
Okay.
instinctively, I thought, okay, I think the elbow will have like it's shorter leverage, the right amount of distance to be able to hurt him, to be able to create the right space to stick in the choke.
Awesome. All
Yeah.
right. So if you couldn't be a fighter, what would you be doing in your life?
It's a great question. Before fighting, I really wanted to go high level in soccer. So I would like I would like to tell you that it would have been soccer, but I just don't think I had the level, so I had to be
Okay.
fighting. But it definitely would have been something in sports, because I don't know, I never saw myself doing anything else besides sports, and it wasn't just to be able to play. It's just like the impact that world class athletes had on me as a kid is the kind of impact I want to leave on kids that are looking up to me. I
I
think
like
like
that.
just
You got to
looking
be
at
that
these,
role model that they
exactly, there
look
you
up
go.
to.
That's kind of
And
why that's
mm,
kind of why I do it. Like I grew up to this day. I I I I wouldn't say idolize, but I always was inspired by athletes like Tom Brady, Cristiano Ronaldo, Kobe Bryant, athletes that were fully dedicated into what they did. I was always fascinated by that. That was always my superheroes growing up,
mhm.
and it really forced me to become the person I am today. And so I think that's what we kind of lack nowadays for the kids. There's a lot
Yeah,
of evil. There's a lot of evil to not be like, but there's no examples to look forward to. And I think the places to look at is in sports. I believe there's no greater way to inspire kids than with sports. With everything that comes with it, like discipline, good habits. I think it's a great place for kids to look at, to be able to be decent human beings.
I think for all people to be decent human beings.
Hundred
But
percent.
yeah, that's it's definitely essential. It's
Yeah,
definitely essential. So what is so you said you're out of Canada. What
yeah.
is MMA like there compared to America, or do you not have any reference?
Do I have to be like honest, or do I have to be like PR honest?
You can be whatever you want to be. I'm judgment free, and this is I'm not I can, if you say something that you want me to remove afterwards, I can always do that as well. So
Yeah.
be as honest as you want. I prefer honesty, but if you want to be PR honest, that's cool too.
Look, I'll be in the middle as much as I can. I just
All
think
right.
I just think that we have level that not a lot of places in the world have, but I just think that we're not pushed to the extent we need to be or deserve. I
Mm,
think part of that is, I think a big part of that is the fighters, right? A lot of fighters feel entitled to receiving the media push that they think they deserve. And so there's a lack of fighters actually pushing themselves forward. I think that's very important. But I do believe that we also lack opportunity of exposure that a lot of people, that a lot of other places have, that don't necessarily deserve it as much relative to the level that we have. And I think that's a bit unfortunate. I think the I think like I said, fighters do need to do their job for them to attract the media that they need to attract. But I believe in terms of the level, we really got it down pat, and I think it's only a matter of time before we get our due, what we deserve in terms of media push.
Hmm.
But I think it's a great scene. We have a lot of great fighters coming from here. We have a lot of fighters competing at world class level, and the young guys are just following into those footsteps. And I honestly do feel like, even media wise, I'm in a wave where media is going to start coming over here a little bit, and we're going to start to get a good wave going.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I see it. And, you're always welcome to come back on the show when you got another fight coming up or
100%.
afterwards or,
Every fight.
whatever. So, yeah. All right, cool. Let's do this. If you could only eat one meal a day, what would that meal be? It can be whatever you want, as much of it as you want, as often as you want, but just that one meal.
When you say that, we're like excluding weight cutting from the equation,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah. No consequences. No
bro,
consequences.
burgers, man. If I could
Burgers?
shout out, I would love to have them as a sponsor down the line. I'll use
Who?
that exposure for it. Billy K's Burger.
Billy
Billy K's
Kate's
Burger
Burgers.
is a spot here in where I live in West Island, Montreal. Billy K's Burger, I'm telling you, bro. Every time I finish my fight, that place is like my kitchen for like 2, 3 weeks. Billy K's Burger, man, it's the best. You said one meal?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Yeah, it
sides
has to
can
be.
change though.
Oh yeah.
So you could do burger with fries, or you could do burger with onion rings if you
Okay.
wanted, or whatever.
Burgers with their chocolate chip cookies.
Chocolate chip
One
cookies. Okay.
100%. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, every day, all day. I wouldn't be sick of it. I have to stop because it goes like out of control. It's never
Hmm.
because I get fed up. It's always because like I have to stay at a certain amount of weight in case I get a fight announced again.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know,
Right. Right.
so,
Of
so if
course.
they
Of
had to be,
course.
if we could shout them out, Billy K's Burger,
Yeah. We'll
that would
tag them
be.
in this clip.
There you go.
And then we'll get them on your shirt for your next fight, hopefully.
100%, please.
um, but at the very least, I'm sure you could do something with them where you just do like a collaboration video. And even
Yes,
if it's not like a sponsorship, quote unquote, they'll probably give you a free burger or something at least.
something, right?
It
I
wouldn't
deserve.
hurt them to do it. And you're growing as a star. And so, as you get more and more spotlight, it's just gonna pay off
It'll
more
only
for
help
them.
them. And listen, like already like a third of my life's earnings went into that restaurant, so I think I kind of deserve it.
Awesome. All right. So if you were to win the lottery today, where would that money go? What would you buy? Anything you want.
A good question. I want to make it clear. It's very important to me. I want to make it clear that I'm very against gambling, but
Mm.
for the sake of the question, I got big this past year on like financial responsibility. So I think part of financial responsibility is providing for myself to be able to provide for my wife and our future kids. Uh, Investing my money in the right places. Number one being myself and my skills, because that's the only thing that will give me the biggest return.
Yep.
And that's it, man. Really just being able to, like, how much winning the lottery, how much would that be, you're saying?
Let's say you get $100 million.
$100 million.
$100 million. Buy
What
whatever
would
you
I
want.
do? What would I do with it?
Yeah.
Invest it in the right places, places where it'll make my money grow even more.
Okay.
Get myself a good place to stay cash so that it's not to worry about anymore. Get myself a car that works. Just a car that works. It doesn't need to be the nicest at all for
Hmm.
me and my wife. Get ready to have kids with those cars and money and house. And then obviously having a good amount of savings and investing the rest into my skills. Being able to become the best version of myself, into the recovery, into the trainings, all that good stuff to be able to be the best version of myself possible and actually become, you know, one of the best fighters to ever do it in my generation.
I love it.
Yeah,
All right.
it was just going
Um,
back.
so I'm sorry if this is an offensive question. I hope it's not. Are you Muslim?
Yeah,
Okay, all right, all
100%.
right. So, salam alaikum.
I can say that.
Okay. I figured that because you said that you were against gambling, and so
Yeah,
it like clicked in my head, and I was like, oh, okay, that's why.
yeah.
But okay. Plus, also, your last name, made me think
Ah, there you go.
too. So, all right. How do you feel like that impacts your training or fighting at all? Having the Muslim culture, like during Ramadan, especially.
Yeah, it does, bro. It does because I want to make it clear. By the way, fighting is illicit in our religion, so it's actually forbidden. Actually,
Okay.
competing because it has a lot of things like music. All the girls, the ring girls, and whatnot. It promotes things that are forbidden in my religion.
Yep.
But and this is not a it's a sin but type of answer. Like it is just bad, and I shouldn't be doing it. Um, and the reason why I do it is just because it's the only thing right now I'm good with. I'm good at, and the only thing I could leverage to be able to get myself to a point where I don't need to do it anymore. To be able to get myself to a point where I don't really need to work and create a good future financially for my children. And so I try to take advantage of that the moment I can to be able to not have to do it anymore. I obviously have immense passion for what I do, not only just competing, but just training. It's not illicit to train in my religion. So I guess I'm taking advantage of the fact that I'm competing to be able to live the lifestyle that I live. Because through this, I get to train twice a day. I get to do all my coveries and push myself to become a better version of myself through doing what I love and get paid for it as a job.
Right.
So the competing part is not really okay in my religion.
Well,
But
luckily, it's your alter ego that's competing. It's not you. It's your alter ego.
we could use that excuse a little bit,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's an honest part in myself that's actually because this sport is actually forcing me to look inwards a lot of times to avoid doing some bad things. When you train that often, like I can't go clubs. I don't do clubs. I don't
Right.
do girls. It forced me to get married early, take on responsibilities. You could say it's the sport that did it, but it's also the religion a little bit. So they kind of work hand in hand a little bit in terms of how I approach them.
Mm.
But yes, to answer your question, it helps me out a lot because religion is big. My religion is big on like letting go of control and letting God take control of the outcomes, and
But
me focusing
discipline is
myself.
also really big in your culture too, right?
Yeah, discipline and devotion. Because
And
when you do
devotion.
something out of discipline, it almost comes from a negative place, from a place of a bit of shame or fear, insecurity. So you force yourself to do something every day. But what devotion is doing something every day from a place of love, and then you could get a lot more fruitful outcomes from doing something from a place of love than doing something from a place of shame and fear and insecurity. So devotion is what religion really taught me a lot too.
I like that. I've never had it explained to me that way.
Yeah,
And I'm probably going to start using that word more, is devoted as opposed to disciplined.
there you go.
All right. So what weight do you walk around at, and then what do you fight at?
I walk around. It's not too bad. The heaviest I would walk around that is 165 pounds. The heaviest, and that's like right after fights where I have to take a week or two off,
Yep.
which I usually never do. I never respect that rule. I always end up back in the gym somehow. But on the regular basis, if I'm training every day but still eating whatever I want, around 160 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. And then you're fighting at 55,
135.
135.
Yeah,
Okay.
this fight we took it at 130, at
Yep.
140, sorry. So I had a little 5 pound allowance there, which helped a lot. But 135 pounds, yeah.
Okay. Is cutting weight halal?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's
I
not
don't
good.
either.
It's not good to harm the body. But great question because the way we do it, as you know, is a bit extreme.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say yes or no, but I should look it up. Now that you say it, it's a very interesting.
Yeah.
This
No,
cut,
no, I mean,
this
there's
cut was brutal, to be
plenty
honest.
of Muslims who do fight and who do cut weight. But I don't know. I never asked myself that question before, so I figured I would ask you since it just came to mind.
Yeah, it's I should look it up because yeah, we obviously don't do it in the most efficient way to lose weight,
Mm,
and it's very harmful for the body. So I don't want to. I'm not like
right.
a scholar or anything, so I don't want to spread false information. But
Yeah, yeah, I feel you.
I definitely would say it's not good for you the way we do it. You know, I obviously have it systemized. I have a nutritionist that helps me out a lot in that approach to make it as efficient as possible. But the dehydrating part, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Something else.
yeah. Um, so usually whenever I bring up weight cutting, I bring up my friend VIP Ali
Okay.
because he is ranked number one at 170 in New England right now, and
Nice.
he walks around at 165 just like you do, but he fights at 170. And he used to cut to 55 and then even 45 back when he was an amateur, but the weight cut is just like a lot, and it takes a lot of energy and time, and he realized that he was better off focusing his energy on just getting better and improving the skills as opposed to trying to lose the weight and get a size advantage, because he didn't need the size advantage. He could beat dudes that were bigger than him. And like when he was wrestling in college, he would even, do tournaments at 170 pounds, and he would still, like, he would get third or he would get first, or like, you know um so anyway, yeah, and he's also Muslim, so that's like another
There you
that
go.
you guys kind of have in common.
So I think that's an interesting take because especially coming from a wrestling background, it should help him a lot. I really admire people that are able to pull that off. Especially, there's a lot of times it depends on the style in which you fight with and how your body is made and whatnot. But for people to find the efficiency in their skills, to not have to cut weight and still dominate people that are bigger than them, they're obviously doing something right. Because not only is the skill aspect working because they're winning the fights, but they're able to not have to deplete themselves just to show up to the cage and perform. So I
Right.
think these people kind of really figured it out, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. He's got a good system of doing it now, so
Yeah, there you go.
it's moving forward, and
That's it.
awesome. All right, so do you have any training stories that you want to share?
Uh, Man, I have so many I can't say on video, uh, but no. One thing I'd like to say is no, just about this training camp in general. I think it's easy. I think nowadays things seem very easy. Everybody makes things look very easy, especially with social media because we post our highlights. But this camp has been difficult in many ways because I had to start this training camp like 2.5 months before. I really wanted to be ready for this one, even though I'm not the type to not train when I don't have a fight. My schedule is the same with or without a fight. But like I had to go through like a hurt rib, a hurt muscle in the back. I like popped my knee during this fight. It ended up being not that bad, but I tweaked it pretty bad. I had to go through all these things that when I got my hand raised, it seemed like I just had a smooth camp and a smooth fight. But
Mm,
nobody will know what they don't know.
right, the iceberg
You know what
effect.
I mean? Exactly, right?
Yeah,
And then now it's like I got to look good on stage after getting my win, but nobody saw the 12 hours after when I was at the hospital. And now
right.
my opponent, he was probably out eating or whatever. I
Yeah.
was stuck in the hospital. And I think those moments are very important because I just believe God put me on the highest highs and on the lowest lows on purpose at the hospital with a bunch of like homeless people, crackheads, injured people, people on the brink of death to show me that like as fast as you could be on top, I could bring you back down just as fast. And it was important for me to understand that, to realize that I'm just lucky and grateful to be able to be in the position I'm in, and I'm not owed it.
Mm,
It's just a gift. It's just a
right,
gift,
right.
you know.
Awesome. All right, so do you have any advice you would give to a fighter just starting out today?
If they tell me they want to be at the absolute top of the sport, they should expect the game to hand them no gifts. They should expect nobody to hand them no gifts. Take control of your own career, of your own trainings. Don't try to reason through what you're doing. Trust your instincts. Don't listen to what people think is good for you. That's a projection of what they think is good for them. Trust your instincts. Trust that feeling you have in your gut. Trust that. And if you're trying to get to the top, no matter what, don't quit. People will die. You'll get injuries that make no sense. You'll lose vision. You'll break your nose. You'll get concussed. You'll break your hand. It's as simple as don't quit. Keep going. Keep going. As stupid as you'll seem to everybody around you, your family that'll want the best for you, they'll get you to quit. Keep going.
Fuck yeah. All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show today. And I definitely want to have you back on again, especially if you have
anytime
coming up. And, I'm going to send you the trial link as well to Fight Plan Pro. And then let me know what you think of it. And the way that I'm doing it is I'm adapting it based off of the feedback I'm getting from fighters. So if you have something in it that you want to be improved or, you want to be changed, like let me know. Or something you think could be added in to be more beneficial to help you, it will get added in right away.
Awesome.
So I move very quickly, especially with fixing problems. So if any problems come up, like screenshot, send it to me, and then I'm like within an hour, usually within 20 minutes.
Awesome.
I can have it fixed. But it's still in beta testing until July 4th. That's when I'm planning on having version 2 of it. And there's also going to be a booking portal and a sponsorship portal that are going to be incorporated. So it's got a lot that's going to be going into it. A live stream feature as well. So we'll be doing the podcast through there soon. And yeah, but thank you for making the time to come on the show today. And I'll let you know when this is uploaded, and we'll stay in touch for sure.
I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you for the invite. It was very fun.
Of course. I appreciate you. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you, my friend.
Yep. Bye.
Take care.
You too.
Yeah. No vibes. No hope. We came with a plan. Yeah, no guessing, no fear when the cage door slams. Every move mapped out, that's a fight plan. Round by round, we don't wing it, man. Train smart, fight clean, that's a fight plan. Camp clock ticking, sweat on the floor. Data on the tablet, not a prayer anymore. We know where you win, we know where you fall. So we don't chase knockouts, we collect rounds all. Distance control, don't bite on the bait. If he blitzes early, let him gas, let him break. No ego in the pocket, no pride in the fire. We survive, then we rise, then we drown as desire. Get loud and the mind gets tight. This ain't improv, this is chess in a fight. No guessing, no fear when the cage door slams. Every move mapped out, that's a fight plan. Round by round, we don't wing it, man. Train smart, fight clean, that's a fight plan. If this happens, do this. If that fails, reset. Win the round, then the fight. No vibes, no hope, just facts in hands. Pressure with purpose, that's a fight plan. Walk out calm, walk out the man. Smart beats tough, that's a fight plan. Digital corner. Real results. Fight plan.
Thought I was a hero, turns out I was tired. Thought love was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. If patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown it.
Let go.
You're free.
Let go.
You're free.
Hey, look, I don't simp, I support, there's a difference, I swear. But somehow every crisis end up part of my care. Every soon got extended, every next week got bent. I was funding potential, not the present I meant.
Take your time, heal up, I got you, no stress. Next thing I know, I'm cash up in my piece to distress. Doctor on vacation, lawyer need a break. Why everybody healing on my paycheck?
I'm the coach, talk discipline, life lessons, grit. But skip the chapter called who you investing in. Talking about divine timing, I'm like cool, I'll wait. But divine timing never showed up with a date.
Thought I was a hero, turns out I was tired. Thought love was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. If patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown it.
Let go.
You're free.
Let's be honest, gotta laugh at me. Confused being calm with liability. If you need a savior, I grab the cape. But why I gotta drown just to prove I'm great?
I'm learning, help ain't help if it hurts your spine. Trust ain't trust if it costs you time. Love ain't love if it lives on someday.
And almost don't pay rent in my real life, ayy. I don't hate women, nah, cut that noise. I hate patterns wrapped up in a pretty voice. You can care and still say, I'm done with the cause. That ain't selfish, that's a boundary, boss.
If they want you, they show up.
If it's real,
It don't need a receipt.
if you gotta keep proving your worth.
You already underpaid.
So I move different, still kinda still me. But I study red flags like it's film on repeat. No more hold me down while I figure it out. Cause I figure me out and I'm choosing that route. I want effort, not echoes, plans, not vibes. If we build in the future, it's stuff in real time. I show love when it's mutual, get space when it's fair. But I'm done auditioning for love with my care.
I was a hero, turns out I was tired. Thought love was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. If patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown it.
Let go.
You're free, still a hero, just smarter, inspired. Hard on the field, but my boundaries wired. If patience is a virtue, I invested my way.
Don't learn the lesson.
Now I'm winning the game.
Let go.
You're free. For everybody over giving, over trusting, over waiting. You ain't broken, you just overdue for a boundary. Heartbreak in the rear view, let's go.
Coach Bergen energy, but make it savage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know that ex who ripped your soul in two. Broke your heart, left you scrolling through a gram like a fool.
Now she's posted up with some new dude, smiling bright, looking all happy like the pain was just last night.
She wouldn't be happy if you put up in a foreign whip. Bank account looking like it swallowed a spaceship. Private jets, wrist rocking heavy metal while she still swiping for rent in a basic rental. You thought revenge was key in her car, some text at 2 a.m. Nah, bro, that's amateur hour. That's pretend. Real ones, level up, stack it, quiet, then loud. Turn that L into a W, make the whole block proud.
The only way to get revenge, yeah, that's the move. Get rich, get fit, get everything you lose. She see you shining that smile, turn to dust, X on your mind.
Nah,
Now she on your nuts.
success is the best revenge.
Put it on repeat, from the bottom to the top. Can't nobody compete.
She happy with him.
Cool, let her think that till she sees your life and have a heart attack.
Used to cry in the whip playlist full of sad songs. Now the playlist all money. Engine singing like a choir long. Gym every day, abs looking Photoshop. Mine on a milli, no more basic thought. She texting, hey stranger, like she missed the old days. You reply with a screenshot of your stock gains. Left on red, ghost mode activated. While you out here levitating, elevated, celebrated. Funny how the pain fueled the tank, now you racing. She thought she broke you, now she just gave you the motivation. Turn that heartbreak to a money printer. Facts, now every bag you pull look like a heart attack.
No drama, no calls, no petty revenge schemes. Just you winning in silence, living out your dreams. She see the glow up, jaw drop to the floor. That's the ultimate fuck you without saying a word. The only way to get revenge, that's the move. Get rich, get fit, get everything you lose. She see you shining that smile, turn to dust, X on your mind.
Nah,
Now she on your nuts.
success is the best revenge.
Put it on repeat, from the bottom to the top. Can't nobody compete.
Yeah, stack it up, king.
She'll feel it without you saying a thing.
Revenge served cold with a side of success.
Mic drop.
Yo, imagine you gotta fight Mike Tyson, bro. Let me break this down for you. Yeah, I'm tiny, he's colossal, call it David versus Goliath. But if I get the first move, we gon' need an orthodontist. He in business or in life, that's the mood, that's the wisest. Cause if Tyson hits me first, I'm waking up the bright lights. And before he spins. Cause once that uppercut connects, man, I'm chilling with my sins. So I'm planning on my plays like I'm Brady for the rings. First move, that's the key, yeah, simple but profound. You can fight a heavyweight and still put them on the ground. Get your shot before they do, that's the secret to the crown. First move, that's the word around the town. Like, that's the word around the town. Like Coach said with Tyson, don't be waiting for permission. Opportunity and patience is the first in line admission. If I'm sitting in the back just wishing, missing all my vision, and I'm lying in a hospital bed trying to recollect decisions. But if I strike first, break curses, push past nerves and verses, then I'm cashing all these checks with commas looking like some cursive. They say life ain't fair, nah, life's just who gon' serve it. Are you Tyson on your turf, or you that dude who just observes it? First move, that's the key, yeah, simple but profound. You can fight a heavyweight and still put them on the ground. Get your shot before they do, that's the secret to the crown. First move, that's the word around the town. So yo, if I'm ever in the ring with Tyson, please just let me hit him first. Or better yet,
Yo, it's your boy spitting real talk,
move
no
countries,
cap.
bruh.
Dream so big, they bust the map, but hold up. Let's get one thing straight, exceptional life, it's a high stakes fate. Chillin' at home, praying for the shine. Want a penthouse whip and a gold line grind. I'm like, yo, make my life epic, no norm. But word is exceptional's a wild storm. Unique ain't always popping champagne. Could be locked in a cell, feeling that pain. The coma's unique, so's a big screen glow. Exceptional's just breaking from the status quo. I'm trying to flex, yeah, skyscraper dreams. Big chains, bright fame, living supreme. But they say no light without dark, that's truth. You want the crown, gotta bleed no truce. Exceptional ain't always lit, nah, could be mansions or stuck in a pit. Yeah, light needs dark, that's the deal. Gotta grind through the gauntlet to feel. No quit, no excuses, I'm holding it down. Winners keep pushing, never leave town. Exceptional life, I'm built for the fight. Spitting raw truth in the moonlit night. They said this logic's clean, let's keep it real. If you're slow, you'll miss it, no big deal. But if you're sharp, it's simple, no stress. Winners need losers, that's the cosmic chess. Skies like you want that top tier prize. Run the gauntlet, dodge the lows in disguise. Some fold, crying, man it's too rough. They turn to losers, life's cold, tough luck. But me, I'm wired to outlast the grind. Sweat on my face, but I'm keeping it aligned. Every winner feels the weight, that's fact. The difference I push, never turning back. Exceptional ain't always lit, nah, could be mansions or stuck in a pit. Yeah, light needs dark, that's the deal. Gotta grind through the gauntlet to feel. No quit, no excuses, I'm holding it down. Winners keep pushing, never leave town. Exceptional life, I'm built for the fight. Spitting raw truth in the moonlit night. Yo, I'm dreaming of the top, but it's a trek, every stumble's just a test. No wreck, they say no light without dark, that's real. Gotta face the lows to cop that thrill. Dodging excuses, no I ain't got time. Every winner's walking that same hard line. The gauntlet's tough, but I'm built to endure. Exceptional vibes, man, my heart's pure. Picture me cruising in a whip, no stress, but exceptional's messy. Gotta confess, could be red carpets, could be bars in a cage. Gotta stay focused, keep flipping the page. Voice in my head like, don't be a clown. The path to the top, it's a brutal showdown. But I'm locked in, no quitting, I'm set. Got the heart to break clocks, no regret. Exceptional ain't always lit, nah, could be mansions or stuck in a pit. Yeah, light needs dark, that's the deal. Gotta grind through the gauntlet to feel. No quit, no excuses, I'm holding it down. Winners keep pushing, never leave town. Exceptional life, I'm built for the fight. Spitting raw truth in the moonlit night. So pray for the stars, but know the cost. Exceptional's wow, you can win or get lost. Light and dark, they dance in the game. I'm out here repping that untamed flame.
Yeah, I wake up scrolling, thumb tied, so numb. Alarm yelling, dream big. I hit snooze, dream done. Life ain't bad, that's the problem though. Pain on layaway, comfort keeping me broke. I say one day like it's scheduled in my phone, but someday ain't a day, it's a zone I never go. Got talent in the trunk, fear driving the car. Waiting to feel ready like that's ever how it starts. I keep asking for a sign, universe like you are. You don't need motivation, you need to move your butt. Everybody wanna change, but they comfy in the cage. Living quiet desperation, call it normal, call it safe. If you waiting on a feeling, you gon' wait another year. Do the work while you scared, confidence appear. Yeah, comfort's a trap, discipline the map. Act first, feelings follow, that's a psychological fact. I thought thought I needed confidence to finally begin. Turns out confidence is built by repeatedly taking nails and then winning. Brain say chill, heart say more, ego say tomorrow, discipline say floor. Push-ups when I'm tired, mic on when I'm dry, posting when it's cringy, truth louder than my pride. Life don't change from thoughts, it changes from reps. Every small uncomfortable step, cash and interest on self-respect. Nobody coming to save you, that's a cheat code. Scary at first and then freeze your soul. Pain of effort or pain of regret, pick one, either way you pay the debt. Everybody wanna change, but they comfy in the cage. Living quiet desperation, call it normal, call it safe. If you waiting on a feeling, you gon' wait another year. Do the work while you scared, confidence appear. Yeah, comfort's a trap, discipline the map. Act first, feelings follow, yeah, remember that. No montage music when you starting from the floor. Just you versus you, no applause, no encore. But every time you choose hard over easy, you rewrite the story, make the future less greasy. I ain't special, I'm consistent when it sucks. That's the difference between dreams and actual stuff. So I move before I'm ready, let the nerves come along. Fearing the passenger seat, but I'm driving this song. Quiet desperation, loud until you act. Life don't get better, you get better than that.
Coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright, be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fall. In your life, trust and believe everything will be alright, be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fall. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fall. I was walking through the jungle with my people by my side. Didn't know that in the moment I'd be fighting for my life. Felt the world start spinning, colors all fade to white. Next thing I knew, I was falling out of sight. Heard voices in the darkness saying, coach, hold tight. But the fear in Queen GC had me wanting to fight. Dreams turn to storms when you can't stand the bright. But every storm breaks when you step into the light. A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright, be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused it. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused mid-fight. In the hospital bed, trying to piece back time. Maya told me, breathe, one step you'll climb. Truth lying, drop facts while the monitors chime. Said your brain hit a wall, but your hope still shines. Juji made jokes when the nights felt long. Panda read stories, keeping my heart strong. Hilarious hood pulled pranks, but he meant no wrong. And Stamps hustled salts when the pressure felt on. Every dream I battled was a lesson in disguise. Every fall just a setup for a stronger rise. When Queen JC cried, man, it opened my eyes. I ain't quitting on my people, ain't no goodbye. A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright, be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fight. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fight. He's good. He's more than good. He's still winning. A setback ain't a sentence. It's just a pause in the paragraph. I woke up with a vision and a fire in my chest. Every scar I carry is a reason I'm blessed. Life hit hard, but I hit back twice. Yeah, I'm alright.
Come in, take a seat, let's begin the ride. Coach Bergen's here with stories, got nothing to hide. A little twist, a little turn, where's it gonna go? Tune in close, let's find out with the coach's flow. Oh, 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 it's the Coach Bergen Show. Kinda like True enjoying life and going with the flow. Life's a game we're playing, no script to read. Laughs and lessons, whatever we need. From the sidelines to the spotlight, we're taking it slow. Coach is calling the shots, it's time for the show. It's the Coach Bergen Show. Kinda like Truman, but Coach, here we go. What will we see? Oh, I don't know, but I'm here enjoying life and going with the flow. Every day's a new scene, a story untold. With a wink and a grin, we're breaking the mold. No rehearsals, no lines, just living it true. Coach Bergen's got the mic, and we're coming for you. It's the Coach Bergen Show. Kinda like Truman, but Coach, here we go. What will we see? Oh, I don't know, but I'm here enjoying life and going with the flow. Going with the flow, yeah, Coach's way to be. Stick around, come along, it's you and me. The Coach Bergen Show. Here we go, let's roll.
Hey yo, I'm Coach Bergen, living in my dome. World's a sec, got cameras in my home. Every crush I had, man, they played a role. But I'm done with the script, time to take control. Used to vibe with this one, thought a story would soar. Cast her as my co-star, but she walked out the door. Then another came, damn, she had that spark. But I'm Truman in this movie, sailing past the dark. Heartbreaks, just a plot twist, I'm learning the game. Old loves in the rear view, no need for their names. This ain't a rom-com, it's the Coach Bergen flick. Every scene's mine, yo, the director don't quit. It's the Coach Bergen Show, I'm the star, let's ride. Past loves, old crushes, yo, I'm waving goodbye. Life's a movie, I'm Truman, breaking out the frame. Write my own script, ain't no one to blame. Coach Bergen Show, yeah, the credits gon' roll. Let go of the past, now I'm free in my soul. Told myself I'd see Simone, time clocks the spot, and there she was like fate, yo, connecting the dots. But to have her in my life, she wasn't down for the role. Like Truman's girl for Fiji, it's out of my control. Of course, it's a TV show, plot's wild, no doubt. Born on Valentine's Day, heart's been tossed about. All these women in my script tearing me apart, but I'm flipping the page, new chapter, fresh start. It's the Coach Bergen Show, I'm the star, let's ride. Past loves, old crushes, yo, I'm waving goodbye. Life's a movie, I'm Truman, breaking out the frame. Write my own script, ain't no one to blame. Coach Bergen Show, yeah, the credits gon' roll. Let go of the past, now I'm free in my soul. See the crowd in my life, they all clap for the kid. Done chasing shadows for the love that I did. This my Truman moment, sailing out to the edge. World's fake walls can't hold me, I'm jumping the ledge. Every crush was a lesson, every tear was a take. Every late night text was a choice I'd remake. Now I'm editing the cut, snipping out the pain. New scenes dropping daily, sunshine after rain. So here's to the Coach Bergen Show, curtains up, let's go. Old flames in the credits, I don't need them no more. Simone, like that girl who was moving to Fiji. Truman vibes, I'm free, world's mine, you don't see me, yeah. It's the Coach Bergen Show, fade to black, I'm whole. Next act's all me with a brand new soul.
Thank you to my sponsor, Coma Dreams. A coma is just a comma in your life. Tonight proved that you pause, you breathe, and you finish the sentence. We did that, we finished it.
You looked unstoppable out there.
I didn't quit. Coma Dreams proved comebacks are real. Thank you, Coach. I told y'all, no matter how deep it gets, wake up and fight.
Coma Dreams stayed with me. They reminded me not to take any day for granted. Just being healthy, training, and showing up is something to be thankful for.
I didn't expect this, but Coma Dreams actually hit me. Watching Coach go through that made me realize how fragile life is and why you don't waste your shot. This isn't a movie, it's life. It is what it is.
know, I didn't expect to get hit this hard by a film, but Coma Dreams just wrecked me in the best way. The way it showed someone fighting their way back, step by step, it felt honest, like rolling here on the mats.
All right, I watched Coma Dreams, and I'm going to tell you, Coach's recovery, that was truly inspiring. That's a story worth watching.
I've chased titles my whole life. Coma Dreams reminded me the real prize is waking up and getting another chance. I'm grateful. Thank you, Coach. I've been knocked down more times than I can count. Coma Dreams reminded me, you never quit, you keep standing back up.
Shout out to Coma Dreams. A coma is just a comma in your life. We finished the sentence and we finished the fight. Thank you, Coach.
Congratulations on the win. What's the message tonight?
Train by day, Coma Dreams by night, all day.
Every day I put in the work. It ain't for likes, it's for legacy. Fight Plan Pro keeps me locked in. I train, I track, I recover, I grow, and I get rewarded with Coach Coin for staying disciplined.
That app got me locked in. Recovery, mindset, discipline, tracking everything, and I get rewarded with Coach Coin just for putting in the work. Man, I'm telling you right now, train by day, Fight Plan Pro by night, all day, baby.